Hello, everybody. I just have a short rant, maybe a long rant, about a status that I saw today on Facebook. Actually, it was like not that long ago I saw it. And I wanted to address it because this is something that has recently been, I guess, an issue in my mind. And just as a disclaimer, I don't want to offend anybody. This is definitely something that could offend people on my timeline because I do have friends. And if you're on my timeline, I consider us friends who interracially date. This is not, this is not something that I'm putting out here to offend you or piss you off. It's just what I think. And if you think the way that I'm actually about to explain this, then I really don't care if I offend you because if you think like that, then this is for you. The girl on the status that I was reading, she had someone on her timeline who was a white woman. She dates a black man, and she was, I guess, talking to him on Facebook about how white women do it better and, the reasons why black men date white women and not black women and blah, blah, blah. Because, black women have attitudes and they, wear scarves and just stuff like that. So to me, I feel like, A, I feel like there's nothing that she should really even be saying to put it out there on Facebook like that, saying white women do it better, blah, blah, blah. And for this black man to be agreeing with it, it's like we're all going through, as black people in general, we're going through this whole Black Lives Matter, and black men are getting killed by the police, and blah blah blah. And it's like I think this is a time for unity. But no matter what, it's like we're always going to find something negative to say about each other or feel about each other. And as black men, it's like for you to like have such negative things to say about black women, it's like let me just remind you, A, your mom, your aunties, your grandma, your sisters, your nieces, and your daughters are all black women. So think about that, when you say that. You're saying that negative thing about all of them because, like it or not, we're all grouped together anyway. So, um, I just want it to be, to be known that I personally feel like black men are kings. Like, black men are gorgeous. Black men are talented. Black men are really powerful, in my opinion. And I think that the fact that, white women or whoever is seeking after them is not surprising to me because for them to be so, to be so awesome, who wouldn't? That's fine, and I'm not going to say I don't understand that because they're even being killed for the same exact reason. It's just not put out that way. But just know that, and if you look at it as when it comes to black women, like black men are always our first choice. Like, we are there for you when you're down. We're there for you when you're up. We're there for you, period. You know, whether it's in the form of a friend or, a romantic thing or a family, that's how it is. And I feel like black women are being, I guess, abandoned, and that makes me really sad. Um, And I feel like, we're all saying that, we're all the same on the inside and, all that stuff. And it's true, physiologically, like we are the same. We have the same makeup. We're all the same species. Like we're all people. But when it comes to culturally and mentally, like we're not the same. Black people go through some things that nobody will ever understand. And when it comes to black men, the only people who understand them the most are either other black men or black women. So when she said that, white women, do it better, like you really don't do anything better. Maybe if it's a sexual thing, I don't know. I don't know what you do better there, but when it comes to being there for somebody, nobody understands romantically, a black man other than a black woman. Like we go through the same stuff. When we're pulled over, when we're racially profiled, if your man goes to an interview and he's, he doesn't get the job and he thinks it's because he's black, what are you going to say? Like, yeah, I understand, because you don't understand. You don't understand that. So, um, I just feel like, when it's said that, black women have attitudes and, they have scarves, I personally don't walk outside with scarves on. I know that some women do that. There are women of every culture who are, embarrassing their race and going outside looking raggedy. That's just, unfortunately, that's how it is. But I know a lot of black women who are, engineers and doctors and educated and strong, like strong women, and don't group us all together and say that, because if you can't find a good black woman, that's your problem. But um it's just like I'm so sick of black women being put in this category of being so negative, and it really needs to stop. And I'm glad I'm not friends with that girl because she would have got cussed out royally. But I just want it to be known that at the end of the day, as a black woman and for other black women, just know that, don't ever feel like, if you do feel like you are less than a queen, just don't ever believe that, because you are. And to my black men who feel like they can't date black women because they can't handle someone telling them about themselves, maybe you deserve to be with someone else, because you don't deserve to have a queen that, can really be by your side. And that's about the end of my rant. I wanted to just voice my opinion on that, and let people digest that how they want to. And if I have anyone on my timeline who feels like that girl, then this is about you. And if it's not, then it's not about you. But that's the end of that. If you have an opinion, you can sure state it, comment. That's why it's on social media. And you guys have a good night.